Welcome back, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to be doing your August 2022 love reading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and help support this channel. If you would like a personal reading with me, my information is listed below. I've been doing readings for about 18 years now. I am clairvoyant, clairaudient, and clairsentient. And that link is also listed below. Okay, Libras, let's go ahead and just jump right into your reading. I do apologize for being a little bit late this month for your monthlies. Things have been a little bit crazy, as we all know, right? Okay, so we have the Moon, followed by the Ten of Wands, followed by the Magician, and the Seven of Swords. Please remember to watch this video to the end because I will be pulling out some oracle cards for you guys, so you don't want to miss that either. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe so you do get my notifications of all the videos. If this reading does not resonate with you, please check your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, as well as your Venus. Okay, so the first thing that I get for you guys, Libras, this is going to be a little bit I got like the energy that I got with you guys, like you can expect some things that you might feel a little bit difficult or challenging, but at the same time, just know that everything is definitely possible. August could take, some of you could be taking a trip during the month of August, or be a little bit more social with your friends and family. Some of it also could be maybe even shopping for this trip, this upcoming trip that you do have, and or especially in the first half of the month. But the second half of the month, Libras, you need to be careful of your finances, or you will be careful for the second half of the month. But I'm also seeing that relationships are kind of being put to the test this month for you guys, Libras, especially in the later part of the month. There could be like unexpected disagreements between friends, family, and or any type of relationship. But more so just because of you are having a different point of view for various issues as they do come up throughout the month. So if you decide, you need to decide what's kind of more important for you in terms of when you're faced with those challenges or disagreements with others that are around you. But I do feel like, Libras, for the most part, you do end up being very, you know, balanced, because you guys are Libras. And you just have to figure out what's going to be like more important for you in terms of like what battles you're going to fight, or where you really want to make your point or your stance. If you are dealing with any type of financial stress, Libras, I am getting that this could, there could be some unexpected expenses that you might not be prepared for. But I don't feel like anything strong. It's just almost like a step back. So allow yourself to just kind of deal with that systematically, especially if you're dealing with your finances that might arise. Also, I'm getting jealous energy around you, Libra. So there could be somebody that is, or some other people around you that might be like jealous of your success. But I am getting that you guys are really focused on manifesting this month. And it's just a matter of you just being patient for them to come into fruition. Okay, so we have the Moon card followed by the Ten of Wands. And you could be dealing with a Pisces. It could be your person. But try not to focus too much on the astrological signs, because it also could be, you know, in their chart and not necessarily, they might not be a Pisces. So I feel like for some of you, there could be some, we have the Moon card and the Ten of Wands, and I feel like with this connection that you're dealing with is that this person fears commitment. And for some of you, you could have already distanced yourself from this person, but they keep feeling that they want to get closer towards you, specifically with the Ten of Wands, but they're like, even if they know what the connection is between the two of you, there's a sense of just wanting to kind of hide their head in the sand. So if this is your person and it resonates with you, take what you want and leave what you don't need. But remember, this is a general reading and it's not going to resonate with anyone. So with the Ten of Wands, I feel like your person has a lot of, like, they've been thinking of you because you've been a little bit distant. This connections doesn't feel like it's easy for some of you. They know that they know that there's a connection, but I just feel like for some of them, they just tend to get a little bit stressed out when they start to really like think about what the next steps that they have to take. With the Magician and the Seven of Wands, I'm getting that there is somewhat of like they're fighting the connection. It's not so much you, but they know that if they have to come towards you and they would have to make some necessary changes and really kind of put more energy, but not just energy. They're going to have to change certain things about the way that they do things now, and they're just not willing to do that. And that's why we do have the Seven of Wands, because they're kind of just hoping it'll just not come to that at this point. Like, they're not ready to deal with this. But for some of them, like, I just feel like this connection is very difficult. But we do have the Magician. We also have the Fool. And with the Magician, they could still just, like, think that they can make a couple of changes with this connection, and that will be enough. I'm not seeing, Libras, you guys are wanting just, like, a little bit. You want to know where you stand. But I do see that they're going to try to use whatever tools that they can to get you back into their good graces, especially if you're not talking or there's been like a back and forth disconnection between you and your person. So I also get the energy that this person tends to really kind of focus on themselves and like what you, like when you guys are together, you do have a good time. But at the same time, it's like, what can you give to them, or what are they getting out of the connection? And that's where that focus has always been. So they're still going to try to come towards you with using their normal ways that they've done in the past. But I'm saying that you're not really going to entertain too much of that, because you're pretty much a little bit over the fact that they've had like maybe all of the power or all of the control, or they just kept the power and control very grounded towards them. So they could want to kind of lure you back in the same way. And I do caution you with this, because I feel like for you, these challenges are very difficult. We have the Fool and the Page of Pentacles. You could be focused more on work. Some of you could be working on a new project, an opportunity. It could even be a new job for some of you. Or this could be just your person figuring out that you're no longer going to give them that connection, that nurturing, loving energy that you normally would. But I really feel like you're building your little like nest egg, Libras. And that's what you've been kind of, during this time of being separated from your person, that's where you're focusing on. But also with the Two of Cups and the Five of Swords, I feel like you're also wanting and desiring the Two of Cups. And I'm saying that you want a commitment from this person. But if this person's not going to specifically like set it up with the, step it up or show up for you, the Five of Wands, because I feel like that's your person like resisting and struggling this connection. They know that you have a connection, and they understand what the connection is, but they're just not ready to really come towards you full force. I feel like they're kind of fighting with themselves in their own head, like overthinking the situation, if they should, act upon their true feelings and emotions. But commitment seems to be a real struggle for this person, at least for the long-term commitment. So it's just something for you to be aware of. I'm not seeing either of you walking away from each other completely, but I do feel like the distance is there, and it could get a little bit more distant. But with the Two of Cups, you're wanting and desiring, maybe even, and maybe you're even ready now to kind of see what life has for you, and opening up new doors, maybe new love, new opportunity. But I do see with the Five of Swords, it's very difficult for you. So there's definitely a lack of balance with this connection, like what you're looking for in this connection and what they're willing or wanting or willing to give you with this connection. It just seems like they're definitely not ready for this connection, and some of you could have already walked away or from this person, or you've already realized that that's just where this person's at. It's almost like there's an acceptance, but at the same time, there's still some doubt and uncertainty within you, Libras. So we have the Hangmans, followed by the Five of Wands, the Worlds, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So with the Hangman, this is that person. I feel like you might have always felt like you were just kind of on the sidelines waiting and seeing and watching and you know, wondering when they're going to come forward. And it's definitely been a little bit of a struggle for you because you're tired of waiting. You're tired of waiting and not knowing how they truly feel towards you. So this is definitely a difficult situation for you, Libras. And it's hard for you to detach from this situation completely. But with the Five of Wands, they know you're distant and you're maybe not contacting them or in contact with them as much as you were in the past, because you're desiring to kind of move forward. Some of you really are trying to figure them out, but also you're trying to figure out like what you need to do to kind of move forward. Like could even be a little bit conflicted of like, should you wait for this connection or should you just go ahead and move on? With the World card, the World is about, I'm seeing you're really ready to let this connection go, or at least for now, because there are other opportunities that are coming towards you, and it's like you're desiring to close one chapter in your life and start a new chapter. And that could be during your times of frustration, or it just could be during, you know, a period. But I feel like it's becoming more and more. So we do have the Ace of Wands, which is showing me that there is somebody that's going to come in towards you, somebody new. And they are going to come in very quickly. But you're very much focused on yourself. We have the Death card at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like for some of you, you're very much focused on yourself. You could be dealing with an Aries with the Ace of Wands. It's also kind of like pushing you through this connection or pushing you towards a new start, a new beginning. It could be your other person. Maybe they do something or you got into a little bit of conflict. Not so much in the first 2 weeks of the month of August, but more so towards the end. And that just kind of pushes you to evaluate yourself and see what you can do to kind of, you know, maybe break free or break away from this connection, because it is definitely a hard situation. And also the energy is a little bit crazy between the two of you, because sometimes it could be up and sometimes it could be down. And at the same time, you know, it is a very strong connection. So with the Ace of Wands, there also could be a big change that's happening, but I feel like this is you, because we have the Death card at the bottom of the deck, and the Death is, you know, showing me that even though the situation's hard, you are desiring change, and you're going to start showing up for yourself, Libras. Also, there could be and this change could come because of a big opportunity that comes towards you, and you're not going to just sit back and say, okay, let me see how this goes. No, I feel like you're going to jump in towards this opportunity that is coming and like making the necessary changes within you, but you're no longer going to allow this connection to stand in your way. So if it stood in your way in the past where you could have started new relationships with other people around you, and you know, your person came back in and didn't allow you to really get to know that person due to jealousy, because I did feel like there was some jealousy around you, Libras. So, but it looks like there's definitely a big opportunity coming in, and I would love to hear about it. So please remember to go ahead and post your comments below. I'm going to pull 2 Angel Abundance Oracle cards for you, Libras, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The first one that I have is obstacles and blocks are lifted. And I think this is because you're doing this on your own personal level. So all your good personal work and positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You are now experiencing progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that you flow, that your flow of abundance continues. Yeah, you guys are really kind of focused. Cooperation instead of competition. What is yours, and no one can take it from you. There is no need to compete, as there an abundance of all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. Okay, Libras, I'm going to go ahead and stop your reading right there. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it does help support and grow this channel. If you would like a personal reading with me, my information is listed below. There is a link that you can click on and schedule your appointment. And until next time, love and light.